So from our national security to security and safety of thousands of innocent people in Syria.
Yeah, trapped in the eastern city of Aleppo, people, men, women, and children right now are fighting for their lives. Some are even facing death. And way too many of us, especially here in the United States, don't know why or simply don't try to find out why. So we want to make it simple for you. Dylan Wollenhaus is with us tonight to help us out on this one. Dylan?
Oh, certainly a difficult one. Well, tonight in what was once Syria's largest city, there is a ceasefire, and the remaining civilians and those who fought against the Syrian government are being evacuated in the eastern part of Aleppo after almost 500,000 deaths during more than 4 years of fighting.
The images have been burned into our minds, people affected by the violence in Syria. Two of the most recognizable, 5-year-old Omran Daknish sitting in an ambulance after airstrikes, 3-year-old Aylan Kurdi, whose body was washed up on a Turkish beach while his family was trying to flee Syria. Those images were from months ago. Now people who live in the war-torn city of Aleppo are tweeting and live streaming moments they believe will be their last. According to the United Nations, government and Russian-backed fighters have recently taken most of the city from Syrian rebels. In some instances, it says they've broken into homes and killed up to 82 civilians, some who have tried to flee, something the Syrian government has denied. The UN has called it a complete meltdown of humanity.
How are you?
7-year-old Bana Alabed and her mother have been tweeting for the past several months from Aleppo. This was from October. Writing, "I'm very afraid I will die tonight as you hear what sounds like bombs in the background." Her latest tweet, last night as forces closed in to take the last parts of the city. "I am talking to the world now, live from East Aleppo. This may be my last moment to either live or die." It's been 4 years of bitter battles and airstrikes since Syrian rebels first took the city in 2012. A ceasefire agreement reached this morning may put the fighting to an end, but not without a worldwide impact being felt. An estimated 4.8 million Syrians have fled to other countries to avoid the violence. Another 6.6 million, the UN says, are displaced within Syria. It's been a delicate dance of diplomacy for the U.S., which has opposed actions by the Syrian government, but did not intervene.
So we were all talking about this in our morning meeting,
Right.
talking about whether our local audience would really care about it because there is so little U.S. involvement. And so this morning we posted a story on KARE11.com, a weather story, along with an Aleppo story. As you know, weather stories do typically pretty well. And quickly the Aleppo story jumped to one of the top stories on KARE11.com. So clearly people here really care about the dire straits that a lot of the people there are in. And another big question we were getting on a Facebook page is how people can help here locally. So we've created about 10 links on KARE11.com, some legitimate organizations if people want to go there, donate, and help some of these people out.
Thanks, Dylan.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it.
Appreciate it.